Hi there, this is Tony, and in this video I'm going to walk you through setting up a step-through debugger using IntelliJ IDEA and Crafter CMS. The first thing we're going to do is set up an IntelliJ IDEA project. I'm using the latest version of IntelliJ 2017.3.1. I create a new project and I select a Groovy project and I choose the SDK 1.8 and Java EE 8. Next, I navigate to my current site's sandbox folder and I select that as the content root. Then I give my project a name and click Finish when done. You can explore the directory structure and see that a number of files have already been created. One of the files automatically created is the source folder. We don't need this one, so we're going to delete it. Now we're going to add a git ignore file so that we can ignore files that we don't want to see. We don't want to add the git ignore file to git. So now we'll add some standard IntelliJ file names. And now we'll double check to make sure that our files aren't showing up. Looks good. At this point, now we can change files in IntelliJ IDEA and Crafter will automatically pick up the changes. The next step is to enable step-through debugging. To do this, we first need to shut down Crafter so that we can set up some ports for remote debugging. We're going to edit the Tomcat environment settings to set the appropriate ports. And then we start up Crafter once again. Once Crafter is running, we're going to head back to IntelliJ where we're going to configure the debug session. From the Run menu, choose Debug. When you edit your configuration, add a new entry and be sure to select the Remote option. Once there, change the port to make sure that it matches what we set in the Tomcat environment file. Give your session a name, and then click Apply and Close when you're done. To launch your debug session, simply click on the debug icon in the toolbar. Now that we've set up step-through debugging in IntelliJ, it's time to test it out. Let's start by tailing the log file in IntelliJ. You can see that I've already got a controller set up that echoes Hello World when loading the home page. Here's what this looks like. Here's the site. I'll just make some room here. And then by reloading the site, we can see that a line gets written in the log file. Now we're going to modify the controller to change the text that gets written to the log file. And now when we reload the page, we see that different text appears in the log. So Crafter picked that up right away. Both Git and IntelliJ also picked up this change. If you look at the version control tab, we can actually see that it's been highlighted here. And when we view the differences, IntelliJ gives us a visual diff of what has been modified. Now we'll add a breakpoint right here. So now we can reload the page and we'll see that IntelliJ pops up, brings up the debug screen, and we can now debug our code. Once we've found the problem and fixed it, we can resume normal operations. Let's take a look at that one more time. And that's it. Once you're happy with your changes, you can commit them to your version control system. Once we've made a few changes, we can of course push them to a remote repository if we've got one connected. Every change made to Crafter through the user interface results in a commit to the local VCS, so it's not unusual to see many commits done automatically for you. And that's it. For a detailed walkthrough of these instructions, check out Crafter's blog from August 30th, 2017, entitled Work your own way with Crafter CMS, Series Part 1, Step Through Debugging. We followed these instructions verbatim when creating this video. Good luck!